Do you remember when thematic teaching was a thing? I remember when I was first starting teaching, like my first and second year of teaching, there was a teacher down the hall who, man, she could have been the penguin queen. Everything in her classroom was penguins, at least for a huge season of the school year. She did math equations with penguins, penguin stories, penguin research, writing about penguins, penguins in her science lessons, and her students, they were so invested. It just lit them up. They were so excited about penguins. For some reason, it wasn't overdone. It was just done just right. That's so different from what we have today. Thematic teaching really isn't a thing anymore, right? It's instead, we've got scripted curriculum and pacing guides and iPads and apps that we have to use, and that expectation to stay on track with the program that your district has adopted. But wouldn't it be so much fun to just bring a little bit of that thematic teaching excitement back to the classroom? It's so true that when students are emotionally invested, we see fewer behavior issues. And that's pretty much what thematic teaching can actually do. It's your excitement. It's the excitement of this one big idea that students become emotionally invested in, and it connects the learning. And when learning feels connected, students are not looking for stimulation outside of the content. They actually are getting that stimulation from all the many facets of the theme that you're bringing to them. So here are 3 quick tactical ways to think about how you might be able to bring back a little bit of that thematic energy into your classroom. And the first idea is about you. Something that interests you. For example, I love seals. And this is a new thing for me. I didn't always love seals, but ever since I developed SEAL, Social Emotional Artistic Learning, I've been collecting little seal figurines and stuffed animals and things like that. So often I will encourage some seal stuff going on inside the classroom, and students pick up on it really, really quickly. So maybe I'll ask students to draw a little seal emoji on their math worksheets when I'm doing a check-in on how they are doing with understanding the content and the concept that we're learning. If my students are in need of a little extra reading comprehension or a writing assignment, I will go out and either seek a reading passage that has to do with seals. It could be fiction or nonfiction. I might have them write with a seal as the main character. In fact, we have a mascot in my classroom that comes from SEAL, Social Emotional Artistic Learning. His name is Splash. You can actually check him out on my website. You can actually get your own Splash for your classroom. But the kids love Splash. They love passing them around. Some kids like to have them on their desk when they're working. It's so cute. So for me, seals can almost be thought of as a little bit of a theme inside my classroom because it's one of my interests and that I bring. And that certainly creates some genuine energy inside the classroom. Another idea might be to take something that you actually have inside your curriculum and use that as a mini theme. Maybe it's, Revolutionary War. See how you can thread that through a bunch of different things that you're doing inside your classroom, not just during social studies time or history class, but also weave that into science or writing or, just math even, and just tie it in different ways. When I was teaching 3rd grade, we had a huge ELA unit, and it was basically the sea. So we took the idea of the sea and the ocean and we tried to weave that into different things that we were doing. So, our bulletin boards maybe had a theme of the ocean. We had mini art projects that were tied to some of the writing that we were asked to do. We were able to find and have some math word problems that were specific to the sea. And of course, there were also some science tie-ins that we could do as well. It wasn't about changing the standards or changing the curriculum, but just kind of layering in this sense of cohesion that really built in a lot of engagement. And a third quick idea is to maybe think about how you could do a weekly thread of a theme. So even if you can't do like a full thematic unit or tie in something huge into just about everything, maybe you just have these quick little things, like things that you like to do, like a word of the week. Or maybe you have an ongoing class journal or a shared class challenge. These little small consistencies can also be thought of as having that thematic energy behind it, because that's the kind of thing that really builds in engagement, but it also, bonus, builds in a sense of belonging. Because what I think thematic units actually do is it gives students a common experience. It gives them something that they can share together and really build some cohesion and a sense of belonging together. And what an amazing thing that can be for your class. So maybe you can't go full penguin like we used to back in the days of real, honest to goodness, thematic teaching, but you can bring back a little spark here and there, which is good for your students and it's also good for you. This is the type of stuff that you can continue to do even if you're teaching a scripted curriculum, even if you have a pacing guide that you need to follow. And this is the type of work that I love doing with other teachers inside the Classroom Reset. So if this kind of thing speaks to you, I want you to go to theinspiredclassroom.com/reset and see if this is the type of thing you want to continue. I hope this episode inspired you, encouraged you, or gave you a fresh idea to try. And if so, I would love for you to take a screenshot and text it to one of your teaching buddies. I'm so grateful that you landed here with me today, and it would mean the world to me if you would leave me a review over on Apple Podcast. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll catch you on the next episode. This is Elizabeth Peterson reminding you to get inspired so you can be inspiring to your students and enjoy teaching again.